Are you tired of the same food options when you're trying to decide what's for dinner? Let Mamut Bar and Grill in Richmond ease that burden. Their one-of-a-kind menu offers fine Mexican options, plus burgers, a large selection of sandwiches and wraps, pasta, steaks, seafood, and a full list of appetizers. You can please everyone on your guest list with a trip to Mamut Bar and Grill, located in Richmond at 2187 Lexington Road, across from Whitehall Elementary School.
Hey everyone, good afternoon and happy St. Patrick's Day. Hope you had a great weekend and hope that you are ready for some more madness. As this is the time of year where essentially chaos ensues, the NCAA tournament bracket came out last night and our annual partnership with 100.7 The Coyote and the bracket challenge that we do every year is ready for you to log in and fill out your bracket for free with some great prizes up for grabs. Last year, yours truly brought home the first place prize, and I have intentions on going back-to-back like UConn did last year. So I guess the big question is, do you have what it takes to knock me off? Head on over right now to WCYOFM.com and click on the graphic that will directly take you to where you need to get to fill out your bracket. This year, I'm so confident in my picks that I'm going to lay them out for you right now. We'll start in the South region, where Auburn is the number 1 seed. I have a few upsets taking place in this side of the bracket, including North Carolina knocking off Ole Miss and UC San Diego making a run to the Sweet 16 before losing to the Tigers, who I have coming out of the South region. In the West, more upsets. First, could you imagine an Arkansas versus St. John second-round matchup? Now, I have Kansas knocking off the Razorbacks in round 1, but if it were John Calipari versus Rick Pitino in the NCAA tournament, can you imagine the ratings? In this region, I have Drake winning over Missouri and Colorado State and Grand Canyon, both winning in round 1, with an eventual matchup of Florida versus St. John's and the Gators coming out of the West region. In the East, we'll find Duke as the 1 seed. The Blue Devils have an Anthony Davis-like player in Cooper Flagg, the outstanding freshman who has been the best player in the country all year long. And you remember what Davis did when he was at Kentucky with the same type of hype. I have a lot of chalk in this region with Duke and Alabama eventually meeting in the Elite Eight and those dreaded Dukies moving on to the Final Four. And in the Midwest is where we'll find our beloved Kentucky Wildcats. Mark Pope, in his first year, has really done a great job of once again rebuilding the brand and the culture of Kentucky basketball. But how far does he need to go in this tournament to make Cats fans happy? I have Kentucky making it to the Sweet 16 before losing to a team they have already beaten twice this season, Tennessee. The Vols, however, still won't find themselves in the Final Four, as I have Gonzaga making a run out of this region and knocking off the Volunteers in the Elite Eight. So my Final Four features 3 1 seeds and an 8 seed Gonzaga. I have Duke and Florida advancing to the championship game in what could potentially be one of the most exciting title games in recent years. I expect it to be high scoring, fast paced, and the Gators coming out on top. Florida has been on a tear recently and has been so consistent all year, and I have them cutting down the nets at the end of this tournament. How does your bracket shape up? Fill out yours for free right now at WCYOFM.com, and we'll look at the standings when we check back in later on this week. Also, don't forget tonight is the first WBON TV baseball game of the year, featuring 2 of our teams meeting in game number 1. Madison Central and Madison Southern baseball will get things started tonight. First pitch has been moved back to 6 p.m., and that game will take place at Madison Central. Watch live on WBON TV with Jamie Boggs and John Bailey on the call. For our Monday Mamut Bar and Grill Sports Report, I'm Michael Watkins.